Hey, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing this evening? I am back. For those who are new to my broadcast, my name is Tika Scarborough. I am a virtual assistant Christian coach. I help new, aspiring, and seasoned virtual assistant earn consistent monthly income. I also take my clients through my unique process, which attract and retain clients while increasing revenue so that they can be booked and busy. So topic, today's topic is a goodie. Okay. It's time to do a year in business audit. Don't wait until the end of the year. You already know everything that you need to know about your business. So it's time to start cleaning up and start focusing on what's going to be coming in the new year. So starting out fresh and start writing in those diaries, writing down in your journals or wherever you write your stuff at regarding your business, which it should be a journal, right? So we're going to talk about that audit, that year-end audit, how important it is. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about is how much have you grown, right? Measuring the growth that you made from last year to this year, right? Did you make more money? Did you increase your clientele? All these things that you need to focus on so that now when it's time for you to market for next year, you have a goal of how many clients you want to meet. So if you didn't meet your goals this year, right? Say for example that you wanted to have 2 clients per quarter, right? And you're short 2 clients, right? So what was it that you didn't do, or what was it that you laxed on that didn't get you to reach that goal? So there's a lot of things that can happen. Life happens, right? Number one. Two, we're not consistent, right? Three, we could have been procrastinating. Four, we weren't consistent on our social media, on our marketing, on the things that we did do in our business. So the key thing here is to stay consistent. So if you have a strategy that you know that has been working because you already gained those 4 clients, right? I'm sorry, 6 clients, right? So it's 2 per quarter, so it's 4 and a quarter. So 6 clients and you're missing 2, right? So then what was it that you were not doing, or you were not being consistent, or just stop doing, period, right? That didn't allow you to fulfill your goals. So that is one of the things that we should be doing in our business. I know that I keep track, and I have my VA. She has a lot of tracking spreadsheets. I have tracking spreadsheets for people I network with. I have tracking sheets for the coaching and the training and workshops and all that stuff that I have. So I know specifically what they are, and it's all in one spreadsheet. I also track like how much money I made, how much increase that I make, because that's very important. It's very important, especially if you know that, at one point you hit 6 figures, right, in your business. What was the things that you were not doing um, that didn't make your figures again, right? Because I know for me, I want to be a multiple 6 figures, multiple until it gets to 7 and 8, and then eventually 1 million, right? That's my goal one day. But we have to continue to clean up at the end. So that's just like in corporations, right? They take audits. Whether you're banking or whether you're in finance or whatever industry it is, they have to do an audit. My father has been in security for years in that industry. They do audits. So you should be doing an audit in your business. Remember, you are the CEO of your business. So a lot of things that the business that you worked for, they did all that stuff because it's their business. Now that it's your business, it's your responsibility to now see where your growth was and where you lacked. Number two, increase. Have you made more money? Did you than you made last year, or did you make less? That is something that you should be keeping track of, right? Because that also fall under growing. Like, how much did you grow? That plays a part of it. That plays one part of it. The second part of it is, did you increase your salary, right? Or are you still charging the same rates and you have the same packet prices? And as you were growing, did you increase it as you were getting new clients, right? These are the things that we need to do in order for us to make money and to be profitable in our business. That's just like if you're working for a full-time job, right? You get a raise every year. Maybe you will not get as much as you would like, but every year you get a raise. So you should be giving yourself a raise. I think that I highly suggest that you get two raises per year, right? Every 6 months, you can raise your prices, depending on the type of services that, well, not depending on the services, but you can raise your prices for, if you have a social media package, the first 6 months, and then the next 6 months, whatever other package you have, and you have clients under that package, raise your prices. How I was able to increase my salary for myself for my agency was that, and I spoke about this on my podcast when I had a guest, my first guest on my podcast called Vision, Impact, and Purpose, Nefertivia. She's a sales coach, and one of her suggestions was that if you um, want to become profitable in your business, one way of doing that is that once you get a client, right, especially if you're just starting out in your business, and maybe you probably did that pro bono, right, for temporary, or maybe you did it for a discount on your first. But when you get your next client, there's no pro bono and there's no discount. Now it's the full price, right? Then when you get your third client, now you're increasing your price. You're slowly increasing your price for each time you get your clients, right? If you're starting off with a low package or a low rate, that's how you increase it. Of course, letting your current clients know if you are increasing it. But as you get clients, you can increase your rate in your packages. And then when the 6 months or the year come, or when the contract ends with your past client, you can send them an email and say, hey, thank you for being, a value client. Love doing business with you, partnering with you. I love working with you on your business, working with you with your business. So if, just to let you know, I mean, not like that, but you can juice it up, make it nice and professional, that on the next contract, if you're going to continue to work with me, the packet prices is going to increase to blah, blah, blah. And if that client still needs your services and love the way you work, they're not going to have a problem with paying for that increase. Okay. Number three is clients. Have you increased your clientele? That all falls under growth, right? How much did you grow? Did you scale your business? Are you scaling your business, or are you still staying where you are because you don't know how to scale your business, right? Or maybe you feel that if you add on more clients that you're not going to be able to manage it. So it's all about time management, right? And then also, within 6 months, within the first 3 to 6 months of working with a client, you should already have a system already down. And if you're not onboarding any additional clients because maybe you don't have your systems in place and things like that, this is the time where you need to start putting systems in place for the next year so that you can start booking clients, right? Not only put systems in place, but also you have a clear understanding of how much time it takes for you to do a task. And if you've been working with a client for 6 months, maybe you perhaps maybe started off working slow and it took you longer to get things done. But the more you worked on it, the faster you got. And now you got it down packed, and maybe you got a system down packed, right? So now that's the time when you know that you can onboard another client, because now it's not interfering with the hours that you you set for yourself. So if you want 20 hours a week and you don't want to go over that, then make sure that you are keeping time on how much time is taking you to do client work so that you can take on more clients and still be able to work the 20 hours a week. Okay? So add on more clients. See where the gap is. See where why you're not hiring and it could be fear, not hiring, but onboarding any clients. It could be simple fear, like, oh, I'm comfortable, right? Get out of your comfort zone and start booking clients because prices are high ever since the pandemic, right? And you still got to eat, you still got to pay bills, you still got to do that, and you want more than enough, right? God doesn't want his children just to have enough. He wants us to have more than enough. Okay, so we did how much did you grow, making an audit of how much did you grow. Number two is your increase. How much increase did you have, and have you increased during the year? And if not, then this is the time where you should be preparing the email to your current clients to let them know that your rates will be going up or there will be an increase in the rate on the next contract or the next year, right? However, you're going to do that. Roll that over. Now, this is also a time to also evaluate what's working and what's not working in your business. So if you have been, say, for example, you have Facebook and then you have Instagram, and Instagram is you're booming there because you're engaging, you're doing what you have to do in order for you to gain followers, and you are connecting with people, and you are meeting people, you're getting invited to places, and things like that. And Facebook is not so much. So perhaps maybe you need to leave Facebook alone, right? Or probably just post a little bit less and focus on growing your Instagram, right? But if your goal is to do both, then you know that as much time as you're spending on IG, you need to spend the same amount of time and do the same thing that you're doing on IG with Facebook if you want to do too. So that's just an example of seeing what works and not working. And if it's not working, then leave it alone, right? Um, so some other ways of knowing that what's not working is journaling. Every day we should be journaling about things in our business. What is making us upset? The process that you put in place. Oh, you had a good day. What was that good day? What was about that good day? What made it so great? Right? And writing those things out, taking those details out, because you want more great days, right, than bad days. We're going to have those days and we're going to have those moments, but we want to have more good days than bad days. So taking an audit of what
Mhm.
was going on in that day that made it so great, right? And then implement that a little bit more. What strategy have you used and it worked, right? Even if it worked one time, you can't just work it one time and then expect that you stop for a little bit and then you do it again, it's going to work again. In order for it to consistently work, you have to work the system. You have to know the system and you got to work the system. Okay. You can't, and you have to be very consistent about it. So, this is how we're taking audit of our business. And if there's something that you've been doing that's a time waster, you need to remove it. You need to not do it if it's a time waster. And how to identify that is write out the things. Make a spreadsheet of all the things that you're doing and how much time it's taking you on that. And then evaluate it and say, is it necessary for me to do this step, or is it necessary for me to do it at all? Can I outsource this because this is really taking up time and I can probably hire a new virtual assistant to help me out, right? And have them on as a intern or part-time or a couple of hours a week just to take care of that task, just to give somebody else an opportunity to learn how to be a virtual assistant, or just get the experience as a virtual assistant. I'm just saying, right? So I'm reading this book called Everyone Should All Be a Millionaires by Rachel Rogers. I think that's the title. We all should be millionaires by Rachel Rogers. And it was so interesting that in the book, she mentioned that one of her clients said that she takes an audit of her friends and the people that surrounds her, right? An audit of her friends. And I thought that was very interesting. But that's something that we should be implementing. And she was saying that she takes a look at the end of the year and she says to see if this person has brought any value to her, is like-minded, someone who was there for her to motivate her, push her, accountability partner. I mean, all these things that she had that she felt that was making her better, making her or inspiring her or pushing her, right? And then you have friends that are Debbie Downers, right? That's always complaining, 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 and it just zaps your energy. Or it's someone who doesn't motivate you. They always talking about themselves and they're not talking about I'm sorry. They're not talking about um or not asking you like, is there anything that I can help you with or share with you, or here's some tips on some things that work for me, or how's your business going, and things like that. So just getting rid of the toxic people in your life, or people who are not really bringing value in your life, or just zapping your energy. So I thought that was very interesting. But also you have to take an order of your business as well. So let's go back to clients, right? Taking an audit of the clients that you already have. Are they zapping your energy? Are they causing you stress and headaches? We got into this business because we want to work with the people we want to work with, right? So that's why it's very important for you to know who your perfect client avatar, build your perfect client avatar, your vision of your business, as well as the visions that you foresee for your clients, your clientele, the clients that you want. So this is what I take my clients through, my coaching students through, is a very extensive um, uh, program session on learning and building a perfect client avatar. And that's what you need to know in your business, because if this person um, in the beginning, it was like a so-so. It's like, oh, okay, she really needs help, and let me work with her. And you know that your heart is not really there. You want to help her, but at the same time, it's something about this that is not right, and you still take it. Let me tell you something. It wasn't right. Okay, go with your gut feeling. It wasn't right. Because I had a lot of clients, especially in the beginning when I first started coaching, when I used to always, my clients used to skimp on that assignment of their perfect client avatar, and then when they did start getting noticed because they was being visible, they were not attracting the client that they wanted to attract. And then they'll come back whining and crying, saying, "Oh my God, Coach T, this client is a nightmare. I can't take it. How do I fire her? Because it's got to a point where I can't get my information that I need. She complains about this. She's always in, I mean, it was a mess. Okay. It was a mess. So this is why it's so important for us to write that vision and make it plain when it comes to our perfect client avatar. And then taking an audit in our business on, should we keep this client, or when that contract ends, you can send that email and say, thank you for your business. It was great doing business with you, but we're not in alignment with each other, or however you want to put it, in alignment. Um, we're not a good fit going forward. So, this is be our last such and such together. I have a referral for someone that I think that will be a better match for you, things like that. So, taking that client audit is very important, okay, in your business. In anything that you do, in every part of your business, um, you should be doing a audit in your business at the end of the year. And don't wait until the December 31st, or the end of or in December. Do it now. Start working on that stuff now so that when the new year comes rolling in, you already mentally prepared on what are the things that you need to be doing in your business, the changes that you need to be making, the clients that you need to be sending emails to. Prepare those things now. So for the new year, you're fresh, your mindset is shifted from old school, old work to new. Did I say that right? To old news to new news. Yeah. Old news, new news. Anyway, I hope that this live have brought you some value. Sometimes I'm like, what did I just say? So I hope that I brought some value to you when it comes to doing a year-end business audit in your business. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. So if you're joining live, put your questions. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know if you're doing audit in your business or not. And if you're joining on the replay, still do the same thing. And then also let me know where you're tuning in from, right? So that I can welcome you to my broadcast, because it's so interesting to see how I am connected with people who are locally and people who are international. So have a great evening, and thank you for joining me live and on the replay. You be blessed, be beautiful, and be empowered. Have a blessed one. Bye.